Hey guys, what's up? Spectre here. And ever since the pre-alpha gameplay at E3, things have been rather quiet for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. But there's still some news worth sharing if you just know where to look. Sit back, crack open a blood bag, and let's jump in. First up, we have some changes to the Malkavian clan. They're known for being in tune with otherworldly voices, and they're often depicted as being insane or deranged. They suffer from a clan curse known as dementation. Their symptoms resemble things like schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, with players experiencing audio and visual hallucinations. This interesting clan made its video game debut in 2004, but it's now 2019, and times have definitely changed. Even series veteran Brian Mitsoda thinks so, stating, "I think more time could have been spent developing these characters at the time, but their presentation in the first game is due more to the strain of having to get them out quickly. I think people still enjoy the unique experience of them, but I don't think they're a great examination of mental illness and shouldn't be held up as one." Brian Mitsoda and the team at Hardsuit Labs are going in a modern direction with the Malkavian. While dementation is still at the root of the clan, they're making a departure from the wacky aspects of their illness and settling into the darker supernatural parts of it, and the struggle of literally not knowing what is real and what is not. And I couldn't be happier with this change. With better representation for everyone in games, we get better stories, deeper characters, and a better end product for the user. Brian Mitsoda also said, "I think, in general, I'm pretty tired of any weird, over-the-top, or violent characters being dismissed as, well, they're crazy. That's just lazy. I still see this in movies, games, and TV all the time. I'm looking forward to meeting this new and more nuanced Malkavian clan, and I might even play as one." The talented folks over at DualShockers recently sat down for an interview with Hardsuit Labs' lead UI designer, Rachel Leiker, and Paradox Interactive producer, Nikat Ali. In that interview, we learned quite a bit about Bloodlines 2, specifically how the sequel will build upon and improve from the original. Rachel Leiker said, "It was definitely a product of its time. We've obviously improved the look of it. We're using Unreal Engine 4, which is very, very cool for us. We've spent a great deal of time sort of maturing the content, if that makes sense. Brian and Kara have done an excellent job of bringing more modern sensibilities into the game. I also like to think that our systems have matured quite a bit from the first game. We worked in parallel with the World of Darkness, both the pen and paper Vampire the Masquerade and our game, to make the systems very cohesive. If you're playing the pen and paper, a lot of that will translate into our game, as opposed to two wildly different systems for the same IP. That brings a lot more cohesion to both the gameplay and the game as a whole." Seattle, the colorful and complicated city and setting of the game, also came into question during the DualShockers interview. While our choices will not directly change the city, players' actions will still affect the environment to a degree. Rachel Leiker explained that if players uphold the Masquerade, the city will be more calm and very safe for vampires. However, routinely breaking the Masquerade will not only bring down human authorities on you, but supernatural ones as well, and we don't exactly know who that is just yet. When asked just what makes Bloodlines 2 stand out in the modern age of RPGs, which actually seems a bit packed lately, Nikat Ali brought the conversation back to Seattle, citing an intimate and mature story. This isn't about the fate of the world, it's about the fate of one distinct city and how it deals with its contemporary issues. There was also a brief mention of post-launch content, and whether or not DLC was in the works. Fans will be happy to know that there will definitely be post-launch support, although concrete details weren't laid out. Many fans have pointed out in the comments of some of my videos that we could possibly see other clans in the form of DLC, which is a great bit of speculation. And finally, the folks over at Paradox released a blog post about the game's pillars, focal points for developers in their mission to deliver the best vampire game possible. The first one of those pillars, be a vampire. This seems simple enough on the surface, but what devs are looking to create is total immersion. They want you to read the layout of the city the way a vampire would. They want players to see their relationship to the in-game world through the lens of a supernatural predator. The second pillar, show the World of Darkness. Devs are looking to create a real underbelly, a seedy and disturbing world bubbling just under the surface of what most would consider to be normal society. And not only that, they want you to feel as if there's always a layer deeper, something else lurking below. Next, reactivity and player choice. Devs are looking to create a game that always acknowledges your choices even in small ways, but also through reactive story events, dialogue, and your player build. And finally, be a true descendant of Bloodlines. It isn't enough for Paradox to simply emulate the original in a fan-servicey way, but they seek to learn from Bloodlines 1, building upon its strength and shoring up its weaknesses. It's also vital to create that unique Vampire the Masquerade tone in its writing, visual, and audio design. Do you think that they're sticking to those pillars given the little bit that we've seen so far? Let me know below. But that's it for this Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 news update. Make sure to sub for more coverage of this game and of games like The Outer Worlds and Cyberpunk 2077. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.